Heard me. I'm not frightened of you, you spray-tan Guido douche.
What up? Welcome back to the Son. And I know it's been like 2 months since I put out one of these, but I thought it would be hilarious to start it on the Jersey Shore Guido part of Max Payne. And this is definitely, I thought this was the funnest like video game shooter I've ever played. When I got to shoot a bunch of Guidos in New Jersey, it was epic. So I know that's not why you really came for the Downrange Gaming. You want to hear some more military stories, and I really appreciate all the thumbs up and the sharing and the favorite and all the subscribing and all that stuff, because it really makes me know that you do really appreciate these videos, and I should still keep pumping them out, son. So I left you last time and I was finishing up my tour in Germany, Deutschland. That's what the Germans call it, Deutschland. So I'm racking my brain to try to remember some cool stories for you guys. And oh, I forgot I shot the innocent bystanders in the game. But yeah, I'm racking my brain trying to remember some stories. And I thought about this big club we used to go to. It was called like the A5 or the A4, one of those two. And it was like huge. It had like 3 rooms, like 3 different dance floors. And like what I've noticed in Germany, I don't know if it's still like this, I'm sure it is, like you could be underage to drink. Like if you can reach the bar, you can drink. And I'd be in the bar, and I was 21 at the time. Yeah, I was exactly 21. And there would be like little kids I would see at the bar like smoking cigarettes and drinking. I'm like, what the hell? It kind of like freaked me out, but that's just how they get down in Germany. And all you German viewers, you already know this. So I was in this club called the A4, and there's like a beer that a lot of younger German kids, it's hard to say, drink. I think it was called like Mixery. It was disgusting. It was like beer mixed with like cola. It might still be a thing in Germany. I don't know. Someone please tell me in the comments about it. But I remember trying it and it was disgusting. But I remember seeing all the like the younger kids in the clubs drinking it. I used to really like to drink like Hefeweizen, Crystal Weizen. Those were my favorite beers in Germany. Like Germany had the best beer. Anyway, so we're in this club, the A4. And it was strange on how you order drinks there. They would hand you a card when you would walk in, and every drink you would get at the bar, they'd kind of punch it, like a hole into it. So when you leave, you pay your tab, which is kind of jacked up because you could get all drunk not knowing you had the thing punched a million times. You leave and your tab is like €100. You're like, what the hell? So in Germany, the way they get down, I think a lot of European clubs are like this, but in this one in particular, like if you didn't have money to pay, they would like, this is what the rumor was, like I'd never seen it happen, but they would take you in the back and whoop your ass. And apparently it happened not when I was there, but like later on, a GI got real drunk, didn't want to pay his tab when he left. I guess, I don't know what happened, but they took him in the back, handcuffed him, and beat the hell out of him. And ever since that happened, like that club got put off limits for all us GIs to go to because it was wrong. And I'm sure whatever happened happened. And so yeah, like if you don't want to pay your tab in Germany, the bouncers will just beat the crap out of you. That's not so much the case here in America. But talking about clubbing in Germany, as what I used to do a lot, I used to love going out partying. So that was like, I would do it every day on my days off, pretty much. I'd have like half the month off. Our schedule was like, it was called a Panama schedule. We'd work like 2 on, 2 off, 3 on, 3 off, but it was like 14-hour days when we worked. But we would get every other weekend off. And it was a 3-day weekend. Sometimes we get Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and I would be going out every day. But sometimes on your days off, excuse me, as like MP, we'd have to go like do like extra things. Like, okay, on your day off, but you got to go fire your weapon, you know, because you got to do it every so often. Like, I forget what it was, 3 months, 6 months, I can't remember. But we'd have to fire different weapons because you had to be caught up to date with it. So they would hit you on your day off. And I'd be like, what the hell, man? It'd be like, we had to go fire in the morning. I'm like, whatever, I'm going out that night before. And I'd go out, I'd stay out all night drinking, go to my firing appointment. Oh, did you see that? Going to my firing appointment in the morning, haven't slept, still a little bit drunk, which if I got caught, like I could get in huge trouble, and go and fire my weapon, you know, at like 8 a.m., half drunk. And you know what's crazy? I would get marksman on that bad boy. I would still fire like a champ, especially with the M9. I was nasty with the M9. M16, like I said before, I'm left eye dominant, and I would fire right-handed, and it kind of screwed me up. But with the M9, it doesn't matter which hand and eye you fire with, and I would get marksman on 9mm. And I said M16 earlier. It was M4 as well. M16. I'd fire the M249, the Saw, 240, Bravo, and I even fired a 60, 203. These are some of the weapons I had to keep firing on my days off. It sucked. That's the one bad thing about being security forces in the Air Forces. You think you have a day off when you don't. You have to go in for training. You have to go in for something. Oh, I just remembered a great story that happened in Germany when I went traveling. So it was like me and 2 other dudes and this German girl that my friend was like dating. And she was like real German, and she was from Berlin originally. So my friend was like, hey, do you want to come with me and my girlfriend to Berlin? You know, we're gonna drive there. It's like 8 hours, I think. It was something crazy. It was really far on the other side of Germany. And I'm like, yeah, let's do it. He's like, I'm gonna rent a car, we'll drive, whatever. So my other buddy goes too. So there's 4 of us all together. He pulls up in a Mini Cooper to drive on the Autobahn all the way down to Berlin, which I thought was kind of cool. Like, I'd never even been in a Mini Cooper back then. That's when they just re-released them, the new models and stuff. I'm like, cool, let's do it, you know. And I was like, can I drive it? Because I was like, man, could I take a Mini Cooper on the Autobahn? That'd be awesome. He's like, yeah, you could drive. So I was the first one to start driving, and so we headed down. I was driving that thing so fast. Like, I don't know if you've ever seen the Mini Coopers. They have the speedometer in the middle. I got the speedometer because there's no governors on the cars and the vehicles in Germany. I got it as fast as it could go. Like, the speedometer couldn't go any further, and the car's shaking. It was like super dangerous what we're doing. I was probably, I don't even know how fast I was going. And in Germany, like, I don't understand like the signs and stuff very well, but I had to pass the test and stuff to get my license, so I did learn them. But like, I came up on a like construction site, and I'm doing like $1 something, like 100 and something, and it was like I went flying through. I like hit like tons of cones, and like we almost got in a serious accident, but it was good. Oh, this dude gets owned, and we didn't get in an accident. And I pretty much drove all the way to Berlin. So we got to Berlin. We go to the girl's parents' house. They don't speak a lick of English. They're from Berlin. This was so crazy to me. And we go in their house, and they feed us dinner. And the guy showed me all these like war medals from like the Nazi, from the Nazi side of the war. And he has all these medals like swastikas and stuff. I didn't know if the guy knew I was Jewish, but he wasn't like racist. He was just like, he collected them. He thought they were neat, but they were pretty cool looking and all. So he showed us those. He didn't speak any English, and then we had dinner, and the dinner was disgusting. That's one thing. I'm sorry to all the German people that watch my videos, but I didn't really like the German food that much, and they fed us some crazy stuff. I didn't know what it was. It wasn't very good, but they were really nice. And then we didn't sleep there. Then we left and went to the girl's sister's house that kind of lived in the city, and she let us stay there. So we go out in clubbing in Berlin, and this is where she's from. Like, this is her area. Like, she grew up, so she knew everything about it. But like, where we were in Germany, like in Ramstein, where the base is, you know, it's all Americanized. There's so many troops, you know, everyone speaks English. So they go all the way out to Berlin to this club that's like in someone's basement that was like really small. Nobody speaks any English. We're the only Americans there, and I'm doing like my American dance and stuff, forming a crowd around me. It felt cool. But so, you know, we had a great time. We drank a ton. So in the morning we were planning on driving back. So I didn't want to drive. I was hungover, so I wanted the girl from Berlin to drive. She agreed to. We like go into a convenience store. I come out. She's in the car. She threw up all over the ground in front of the car. She's like, "All right, you ready to go?" I'm like, "Whoa, you okay?" But she did drive back, and she scared the hell out of me. Like, I couldn't even watch anymore. Like, she drove so dangerously, it drove me crazy. But I think that's going to end it for now for this Downrange Gaming. So make sure you show some love, and hopefully I will do a lot more of these. And see you next time. Peace on sleep. Shine.